right, welcome everyone to the Matthew Halton 2024 GRAD. It's fantastic to see everyone. I'm the principal, Brian Burns. We put out 460 chairs today, so fantastic to see grads. You've got that many supporters here, so thank you everyone for coming. Just a couple of reminders before we get into O Canada. For photography and pictures, hey, these are your people. Come on up when it's there here and take pictures of them. We really want you to celebrate them as well too. So nice to hear the loud cheers on the entrance. Let's keep that going throughout the ceremony today. All right, and those who are able to stand now will rise for O Canada. Welcome to the podium one of our students, Travis Bastine, who is going to have our land acknowledgement.
Okay, everybody. I'm Donnie Travis Bastine. I've been sent up here to do the land acknowledgement. Matthew Halton is located on the traditional land and territory up in Sittaby, the real people. The beginning timeline is Siksika, the Blackfoot people within Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta. That's all.
Travis. Just one other note too for housekeeping. We do have Jessica Manzel here doing photographs as well. So if you see her and you're up here, don't try and fight for positions. There'll be lots of photos to share, but hey, let's all get along and share the space. I'd like to welcome many of our sponsors and dignitaries as well. And so a few people are going to come up for some key words. So first off, I'd like to welcome from the Livingston Range School Division, the Board of Trustees Chair, Ms. Lori Hawkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and of course our amazing graduates. As a representative of the school board, I'm here to officially confirm that you've all survived high school. Congratulations. We're proud to see you've made it through countless tests, projects, and the occasional fire drill that lasted way too long. To the parents, thank you for your unwavering support. We know your search history is filled with last-minute homework help, and you become experts at late-night poster board construction. And to the teachers, Thank you for your dedication and patience. We know hurting teenagers can sometimes feel like hurting cats, but you've managed it with grace and maybe a little bit of caffeine. Graduates, as you step into the future, remember, life is like a multiple choice test. Even if you're not sure of the answer, take a deep breath, make your best guess, and move on to the next question. And just like in school, if all else fails, the answer is probably C. Congratulations to the class of 2024. We can't wait to see what you achieve next. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. I'd like to welcome up next from the MD of Pincher Creek, Reed Dave Cox.
See if I can lean over now and get into this. Good afternoon. Faculty, family, and in particular the graduates. On behalf of the MD of Pincher Creek, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to congratulate you on the GRAD of 2024. At this point, you're celebrating an achievement earned through years of work and study, and rightfully so. It is also the beginning of your life following the path you choose for yourself. That path may be whatever you choose it to be. University, college, self-employment, stepping into a family, a role in the family business. The opportunities are endless. You'll probably find your path and interests will change through the years, and you may have several careers or just one. Whatever the path is, the foundation you've established through graduating is the first important step. Probably don't want to hear this, but your educational path is just beginning. Your growth to both education and experience will continue all your life. The habits you develop to get to this moment will serve you well. That being said, take this moment to celebrate. The opportunities the odds are you may move from Pincher Creek to further your education or careers, but the accomplishments will always tie you to Matthew Halton and this community. In closing, on behalf of myself and the MD, congratulations to each of you.
Thank you, Dave. Now from the town of Pincher Creek, I'd like to introduce Mayor Don Anderberg.
Thank you, and good day, everyone. Graduates, family members, teachers, dignitaries, and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the council and citizens of the town of Pincher Creek, I would like to extend our congratulations to the Matthew Halton graduating class of 2024. Through hard work and dedication, you have achieved the significant goal of completing 12 years of education. Today marks a significant milestone in each of your lives. You all have goals, plans, and dreams moving forward. Entering this new phase of your life brings with it many opportunities and challenges. You're now going to make your own decisions and determine what your life going forward is going to look like. You may have the good fortune of following your vision and goals and have exactly the career or type of life that you have planned. However, it is highly likely that life circumstances will take you down a path that you never envisioned. This path may end up being extremely positive and work out really well, or it may not be so good and become quite challenging. Outcomes in our life are largely defined by our own decisions and actions. They can be driven by decisions and actions and circumstances seemingly beyond our control. Personal honesty and integrity engenders trust. These qualities are not only visible to family, friends, and the people you deal with, but I believe are essential to give you the confidence to have trust in yourself and your own abilities. Wherever you end up, accept life's challenges as an opportunity for positive change. We all have the ability to make good decisions and move forward if we give ourselves the permission to do exactly that. So thank you for the invitation to participate in your graduation ceremony today. We wish you all the best that life has to offer, and may you achieve all your dreams. And remember, Dignitary Creek will always be your hometown. Thank you.
All right, I guess it's my turn. I just wanted to take a minute. Anyone who works in the education field, we have no cell phones, we have no Tim Hortons cups, we're not sending Snapchats to the floor, so just want to applaud all of you for that self-control. Just as a note, today also, graduates are receiving, there's a letter from Livingston Range School Division, as well as John Marlowe, the MP for the Foothills Division, so each graduate will take one of those home after they return their gown. You're finally here. You're almost done. If it wasn't for those pesky diploma exams coming up, remember, those count for 30% of your grade. We need those to graduate. Graduation is a special time. You've heard lots of words of wisdom from our dignitaries. I'll keep it short here. This is your adventure. I'm really hopeful that we've given you the skills you need in this adventure that's going to carry forward. So whether that's helping out one of your teachers who is locked in his own car on a snow day, helping each other out in the hawk's nest, just remember to be there for anyone who's in your corner. I'd like to also say, if you're ever in a pickle, this is your home, right? So come here if you need us. Other than that, again, can't believe no cell phones have made it out. Maybe in the back row, you've got your phone low, but we'll get on with the awards here. Thank you everyone for coming. So we do have a full description of all the awards we're going to give out. There's some pamphlets that have a QR code if you really want to read the full description. Again, if we could just give a round of applause for all of our donors and sponsors, thank you. So many of the awards that we're going to give out today, students had to fill in a short survey to be eligible for them. There was 26 students in the graduating class who filled that out, so they were eligible. Some are through highest academic, some of the awards are just around character, so there's something for everyone in terms of awards. The awards committee consists of most of the grade 12 diploma course teachers, as well as some of the other staff, and myself and Mrs. Whitford. Courses that are taken through our partner schools, the Gateway School on Main Street, or Pursuits, our online school, also count. But any programs that are done or courses outside of Livingston Range are not counted towards academic grades. So we will get into it. We'll start off with our honor roll. This is sponsored by the Matthew Halton Booster Club. Thank you, Booster Club. And these will be presented by Mrs. Whitford and Ms. Monty. So, to be eligible for honor roll, students must be enrolled in a minimum of 20 credits through the schools I just mentioned. Honor roll recipients will receive a certificate, an honor cord, and a medallion. So students, when you get called up for this, you can just come up front and get your certificate, honor cord, and medallion. That would be great. 80% is the academic average within core classes for this. So the first recipient is Gia Chawla. Our second recipient is Shaylee Fitzpatrick. Next, Jana Kaufman. Malia Leishman. Presley Lejeune. Isabel Litchfield. Kaylin Libbert. Sarah McClellan. Landon Olson. Eric Radback. Joa Randall. Abby Rigaud. Maddie Shooting. Jackson Shenton. Peter Van Bussel. And Raina Whipple. All right, I think we got our pictures, and Joel was giving me a little look. Can we sit down? So. Our next award is going to be presented by Mr. Robertson. This is the Grade 12 Merit Award, sponsored by the Matthew Halton Booster Club. This is a teacher-selected award presented to the grade 12 student who has demonstrated one or more of the following criteria: a substantial increase in effort or noted improvement in performance, consistent effort, overcoming disadvantages and continue to be a student in good standing, having a positive attitude towards schoolwork, fellow students, and staff. The recipient will receive a $100 check. This year's recipient is Olivia Summers. Next, we have the Spirit of Halton Award. This is presented by Mr. Sheen, and it is sponsored by the Past Beer Company. These recipients have been selected by their teachers in recognition of meaningful school contributions, friendliness, enthusiasm, and participation. They're all key factors in this selection. These students put forth positive efforts in their coursework and always work to their potential. We have two recipients who will each receive a check for $100. Your two recipients are Isabel Litchfield and Abby Rigaud.
Okay, let's go. Is that bad? Okay, perfect.
Our next award is the Pincher Creek Co-op Bursary. This is presented by Mr. Oliver and sponsored by the Pincher Creek Co-op. This award is presented to a deserving student entering into a business field. The recipient will receive a certificate and a gift card for $100 from Co-op. The recipient this year is Malia Leishman. Our next award is the Career in Technology Studies or Construction Award. This will be presented by Mr. Harris, and it's also sponsored by the Pincher Creek Co-op. This annual award recognizes individual achievement and promotes construction as a career while partnering in the education and industry. The successful recipient receives a certificate and a gift card for $100. The winner this year is Toby Remble. Our next award is the Grade 12 Technical Award. This will be presented by Mr. Whitehead. The award is presented to a student who has excelled in the shop and is planning on enrolling in a post-secondary technical or trade program. The student will receive a certificate and a check for $100. It's sponsored by Fountain Tire. The recipient this year is Avery Stewart Crucian. Our next award is presented and sponsored by Mr. Robertson. This is our Grade 12 Foods Award. Chosen by Mr. Robertson and presented to the student who demonstrates food competency and employability skills. This student will receive a certificate and a gift chosen and purchased from Mr. Robertson. The recipient this year, Jackson Shenton. Typically, Mr. Robertson will bring a steak as an award, but I think this was a 7-inch knife, so shouldn't smell anything funny. Our next award is the Heart and Heel Award. This is sponsored by myself and Mr. Harris, and will be presented by Mr. Harris. The Heart and Heel Award goes to a student who makes the school a better place by being a calm presence, DJing sweet tunes in the shop, and brightening the hallways with his giant smile are part of this award. The student has helped mentor young students and even had an arm wrestling match with myself in the gym and our boiler room. It's 1-1 currently. This year's recipient will receive a custom-made Carhartt hoodie. The recipient, Wyatt David. This next award is a new award this year. It is presented and sponsored by Miss R. It is the Quill and Quibbler Award. I think that's something to do with Harry Potter, so I'm not really sure. So this award is presented to a student who has found a love of literature and discovered their unique voice within their writing. May you always remember to turn the light on. The student will receive a gift and a certificate from Miss R. Miss R has chosen 2 winners this year, Zahara Curly Rider and Jillian Waller-Lamont. The next award will be presented by Mr. Sheen. This is our highest credit count. This is sponsored by Superform. This is the second year that we're doing this award. The highest credit count, the award goes to a student who has earned the most high school credits at the end of the first semester. The student will receive a certificate and a check for $200. The recipient is Eric Radback. We're going to go into a few academic awards now. The next award is the Outstanding Achievement in Mathematics, and it's sponsored by the Matthew Halton Booster Club. It will be presented by Mrs. Tonight. This award is presented to a student who has demonstrated excellence in mathematics. Students receiving this award will each receive a plaque, a certificate, and a check for $200. The recipient is Peter Van Bussel. Our next subject area for Outstanding Achievement is Social Studies, also sponsored by the Matthew Halton Booster Club. This will be presented by Mr. Van Orman. So this is presented to a student who has demonstrated excellence in social studies. It is also a plaque, a certificate, and a check for $200. The recipient, Maddie Sheening. The Outstanding Achievement in English Language Arts, also sponsored by the Booster Club, and will be presented by Ms. R. This is presented to a student who has demonstrated excellence in English Language Arts. Also, they will receive a plaque, a certificate, and a check for $200. The recipient this year is Shaylee Fitzpatrick. I'd like to call up Mrs. Faith Zacher to present the Chapel Holdings Biology Award. So this award is sponsored by Chapel Holdings. It's presented to a student in grade 12 with the highest biology 30 mark. The recipient will receive a certificate and a check for $400. The recipient is Malia Leishman. So the Chapel Holdings Physics Award, we appreciate the sponsorship again, goes to a student in grade 12 with the highest Physics 30 mark. The recipient will receive a certificate and a check and a plaque. The amount is $400. This year's recipient is Peter Van Bussel. Next up is the Ascent Dental Award, sponsored by Ascent Dental, and will be presented by Mr. Lamont. This is awarded to the student with the highest combined average for Chemistry 30, Physics 30, and Bio 30. The recipient receives a certificate and a check for $200. This year's recipient is Peter Van Bussel. Our next award is the QB Local 2133 Scholarship, sponsored by the QB Local, and will be presented by Mrs. Bonards, who may be retiring at the end of this year. Boo indeed. This award, sponsored by the QB Local 2133, they're pleased to provide a scholarship of $750 to each Livingston Range School Division High School that employs QB members. Scholarships are based on need and merit as determined by the executive, with priorities given to relatives of QB members. Students must submit an application to be considered for this scholarship. The student will receive a certificate and a check for $750. Indeed. The recipient, Avery Stewart Trushu. I'd like to call up Livingston Range School Division Board Chair, Lori Hodges. This is the Grade 12 Career and Technology Award. It is sponsored by the Livingston Range School Division. A $500 award and certificate will be awarded to a Grade 12 student in each high school who has met the requirements of the high school diploma. They've also completed a majority of their courses in the CTS field in a particular strand. They must be registered in a post-secondary institution. Applicants must have demonstrated academic process and have shown the desire of advancing into their selected trade during their time in high school. The recipient, Carter Hammond. The Pinter Creek High School Reunion Committee of the Year 2000 Award is sponsored by the Pinter Creek High School Reunion Committee and will be presented by Ms. Robinson. This award is given to a student that is community-minded, academic and deserving, and is continuing to post-secondary learning. The recipient will receive a certificate and a check for $500. The recipient, Landon Olson. I'd like to introduce Dr. David Anderson. This is the Elevate Eye Care Scholarship, which is new to us this year, so thank you for sponsoring. This award is given to a student who submits a response to the Elevate Eye Care staff answering the question of, what is a belief you have had that has changed? The recipient was chosen by the staff at Elevate Eye Care. The student will receive a certificate and a check for $1,000. The recipient, Avery Stewart Trushu. We do every year have a grad breakfast where the staff feed the grad's breakfast. That's coming up next week, but perhaps if you want to treat the staff to breakfast, maybe on Monday. Green tea, black, just so. Okay, I'd like to call up Jane Christensen, please. This award is the Maren Christensen Memorial Scholarship, sponsored by family and friends of Maren Christensen. This award is presented to a student who has demonstrated a consistently strong academic performance through their high school years. The recipient has also been a positive member of the school community. They've demonstrated kindness, respect for other members of the school community, is helpful and very welcoming. The scholarship will be awarded to a grade 12 student at Matthew Halton High School each year for 6 years, with the final recipient being a member of Marin's graduating class. The recipient will receive a certificate and a check for $1,000 payable upon proof of registration in a post-secondary institution. So this is the final class. The recipient is Maddie Sheehan. Our next award, I'd like to call up Mr. Dennis Novak, the Lions Club. The Lions Legacy Scholarship is sponsored by the Pincher Creek Lions and the Lions Foundation of Alberta. This award is chosen by the Lions Club members and is given to a student who exhibits a service-oriented philosophy by volunteering in their community. Students must apply to the Lions Club to be eligible for this scholarship. The recipient will receive a certificate and a check for $1,000. This year there's 2 recipients. First, Abby Rigaud, second, Liam Richmond.
Good job, girls.
Our next award, so this is a nominee for the Lloyd Kaver Scholarship and also the Schulich Leadership Scholarship. So I'd like to call up Lori Hodges. This is sponsored by the Livingston Range School Division. The purpose of this scholarship is to recognize the contributions made by a student leader in the Livingston Range School Division. The recipient's leadership abilities will have had a positive impact primarily at the school, but also in the wider community. The student will be graduating from grade 12 in their program. There's a $1,000 scholarship that is awarded annually by the Livingston Range School Division Board of Trustees to a recipient nominated by his or her school and selected by a committee consisting of 2 trustees and 1 division office administrator. All other candidates will be awarded a sum of $400. So that award will be decided next week, but this is our nominee for it. This student was also our nominee for the Schulich Leadership Scholarship. Schulich leaders are entrepreneurial-minded and exemplify academic excellence, leadership, creativity, and charisma in their pursuit of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So for both of these, Matthew Halton High School has nominated Peter Van Bussler. Our next award is the Premier's Citizen Award. This is presented by Ms. Duncan and sponsored by the Alberta Scholarship Programs of Alberta Education. This award is presented in recognition of the student who supports and contributes to Alberta communities through public service and volunteer endeavors in a school-sponsored community or extracurricular activities. The recipient receives a certificate and a plaque from the province of Alberta. The recipient, Malia Leishman. We just have a couple more here. This next award is the Salutatorian. Skill testing question. Does anyone know what the Salutatorian signifies? Mrs. Whitford. This award, formerly known as the first runner-up, is provided to the student with the second highest academic average. So Ms. Whitford was very passionate that we call it the salutatorian, which I thought was a made-up word, but it's an actual thing. So, looking at core subjects, math, social, English, science, again, this is the second highest academic average. This will be presented by Mrs. Whitford and sponsored by Vision Credit Union. They will receive a certificate and a check for $200. Your recipient, Maddie Schooning. Our next award will be presented by Lori Hodges and is sponsored by Livingston Range School Division. This is the grade 12 highest academic average. So the criteria I just mentioned, core classes, looking at the highest academic average. This student will receive a certificate and a check for $500. The recipient is Peter Van Bussel. There's one final award that will be calculated once all of the diploma exams are finished. That is the Governor General Award, so we will release that in the fall once we have the results. But that is awarded to a student with the highest academic average, including all grade 11 and 12 courses. They will receive a plaque, a medallion, and a certificate from the government, and that will be held in Rideau Hall in Ottawa. So that will be presented in the fall. Stay tuned. Now we're going to get into our valedictorian address. So this person is chosen by our awards committee, who I mentioned at the start. The following criteria are considered in the selection: overall academic record from grade 12 marks, level of rigor within the student's academic programming, level of participation and dedication to extracurricular activities, leadership and citizenship, and also public speaking skills and abilities. This year's address will be given by Peter Van Bussel.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and fellow graduates, as we stand on the precipice of this momentous occasion, it is impossible not to feel a flood of emotions rushing through us. We've spent years within the hallowed halls of this institution, forging friendships, overcoming challenges, and most importantly, learning and growing together. Today marks the culmination of that journey, a journey filled with both triumphs and tribulations, laughter and tears, but above all, growth. As I stand before you as the valedictorian of our graduating class, I'm humbled and honored to represent such an extraordinary group of individuals each of us has. Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and fellow graduates, as I stand before you today, I'm filled with an overwhelming sense of gratitude, pride, and this. That also doesn't cover. Let's try that again. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, oh, come on. Okay. Had I wanted to, I could have read you a speech that was written by a computer. A compilation of hundreds of other speeches stitched together in a patchwork quilt of past ideas by the artificial artisan known as ChatGPT. Rather than create a program of passion, I could have given you all a hollow and shallow prose, made by a long string of ones and zeros that uses patterns to imitate creativity. Maybe I could have done so out of laziness, or the stress of a busy life, or because I just suck at writing speeches. But I didn't do that. Because doing that would have been kind of an insult to the brilliant, creative, and resilient young minds that are walking up here today. Minds that, through countless hours of work and study, are ready and waiting to take this next step forward into their lives. But in order to step forward, we must leave behind a world that has promised us that everything about us, our skills, our talents, and our passions, are unique. And stepping forward, we are traversing into a world that is asking, nay, demanding, that we show it our uniqueness. And today, that fact is harder to prove than it has ever been. With algorithms pushing upon us what we should follow or feel, and AI being able to replace jobs with a few button presses, we are walking into a world that may see us as maybe trivial or dispensable, like clay that they can mold into their own image. We can be cogs in this machine, but we can also be so much more. The world will demand that we change ourselves and curate ourselves into an image that is unique. But that will not tell us who we are, because it is our very image, our state of being, which will shout for as long as we exist. I am unique. We have beautiful minds, ones that can look up at the night sky and draw new patterns in the stars, or draw shapes in the sand with sticks and stones. Minds that can twist words into magical messaging, or compile patterns to make complex tasks seem simple and elegant. We have eyes that can guide us towards our own goals, and our arms and legs that can take us there. We have forged paths through the unknown and left their marks across every surface we have traversed. Each of our actions has been cast out like a stone into the water, rippling out and touching lives in ways we cannot possibly imagine. It will be tough. Tough in ways that are uniquely catered to our own lives and circumstances, but I know we have the resilience to make it through it all. You standing here today is a testament to your efforts in making it through each day at school, sometimes effortlessly being able to bring your best in class, and even still bring your best even when it had to be dragged out of you, kicking and screaming. We have persevered through the storm of a pandemic and have come out changed and stronger in ways that no one could have ever imagined or anticipated. And we have hearts that are beating like drums with determination and strength, beating to the anthem of the gorgeous symphony that is you. You have the potential to form this world into your own image. For as many tools that the world may use to try and tear you down, you can use those tools and insert your own creativity into it, creating powerful new things unlike anything the world has ever seen. Because when it comes to your journey through the world, this is not the end. Rather, it is merely the beginning. And so, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and fellow graduates, wherever the path you forge may take you, always remember that in every powerful, resilient, and beautiful facet, you are unique. I would like to ask of you all one thing, that you take this world for what it gives you, and do everything in your power with those incredible and unique minds of yours to give it something it has never seen before. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Definitely inspiring words. I know that your paper you crumbled up here, that you will recycle it as one of the founding members of the Eco Club, so certainly appreciate your words, and yes, you do have unique minds and you're capable of great things. Thank you again, Peter. Alright, this is the part where we're going to call it all out. You're going to get your certificate. I will move your tassel from one side to the other. Take a nice photo. So again, if you want to come and get a photo of your person here, absolutely by all means. So Mrs. Whitford, read your names, and I'll meet you up front.
I can think of no better person to start this off, Mr. Travis Bastine. early record. Shaylee Fitzpatrick. Joshua Hilaire. Maria Leishman. Isabel Litchfield. Schumann. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look. Introducing your Matthew Halton graduating class of 2024.
Also, if you couldn't see, every graduate, except for a couple that might have lost it under the bleachers, handed me a golf ball. That's what was going on there. So if you played here in the past and you find something with hopefully a nice message with my name on it, I've shanked it into the bush. So that's your call now. We've come to the end of our ceremony, so just a couple closing remarks. You just greeted your grad class of 2024. If we give them another round of applause. Again, we've had lots of generous sponsors and donors. So students, if you were here earlier in the week when we rehearsed, I did mention to you to please reach out to those individuals or businesses to thank them. Again, thank you on behalf of the school for your donations. We give a round of applause to all of our sponsors. A very special thanks. There were lots of people who made today a success, and tonight we'll continue with our banquet, but just a couple extra special shout-outs. Thank you, Mrs. Dyer in the office. Thank you, Mrs. Lawrence in the office. Trying to figure out fonts and formatting from previous packages, just getting updated and updated. Writing checks, connecting with our sponsors. So thank you to both of you ladies. I'd like to also thank Ms. Renee Hochstein for her countless hours put in between this ceremony and the banquet tonight, working with the grads, decorating. If you weren't at the hall last night, it does look fantastic. It's going to be a great evening. So thank you, Renee, for all the time and effort you put in outside of the I'd like to also thank all the parents and family members here supporting. Some of you, this is your child leaving Matthew Halton. Others, you have others here, and some on the way. But just thank you for everything, being with us, allowing us to work with your children. We certainly appreciate you. So, a little quick on the draw sheet here. All right, so a round of applause. Thank you to the parents and family members. To our staff, thank you for working with the students. Thank you for being a part of our team. Graduates, hey, you did it. Let's give them one more round of applause. So for those attending the banquet tonight, it is a ticketed event at the community hall. Grads, you need to be behind the community hall at 5 o'clock sharp for the class photo. This is just for students, so if you're bringing an escort with you or family members, please don't go down to the photo area. We just want to have that photo, but there's definitely time for you to have family photos as well. Doors will open for the banquet at 5 p.m. at the community hall, so again, you do need your tickets to get in. It's going to be a great evening. We have some more speeches, there's some student components, some parent addresses as well as staff addresses, so looking forward to that. Lastly, students, this is the cue the music part. You're going to walk out. Again, let's hear it for the class. Matthew Halton. So students are going to walk through the crowd.